How do I use the videos in the class? Really depends on what kind of class it is. For introductory classes that have a lot of content, I have managed to transition to not lecturing at all, where all of the content, all of the strict information is delivered outside of class in the video lecture and then accompanied by the textbook and a homework sort of checkpoint to see if the students understand, so that they can check themselves and keep up, ensure that they're actually keeping up with the class and not trying to do it all at the last minute. And then in class, we practice the concepts through games, simulations, case studies, etc. For upper division classes, I'm doing essentially the same thing, but there is less information. And so I may, outside of class, the students may have a 10 or 20-minute video to observe before class, and then they come into class, and we continue to convey information, but it's in the context of an experiment where I want to control the pace of what the students are learning. And I don't want them to be able to skip ahead, and I want to get some feedback and some interaction with them. So, okay, here's this problem that you learned about. How did we figure out in the first place that this was actually what was happening? Well, let's start out with this experiment. What is this? What's a potential tool that you could use? What's the independent and dependent variables? There, I really want to be sure that they're not sitting there waiting for the answer. I want to force them to give me the answer, and or potentially work in small groups to uncover these answers. So there, the video lecture is used a little bit less.
Well, I plan to use the videos as part of an online course, and as I've started to produce some of the videos, one of the things I've thought about is, hey, this is something I could use in my regular courses as well, to provide students with kind of another tool to learn the material and to engage the material in a different way. I think with an online course, I kind of see my role as being a little bit different. I think in the classroom, we tend to kind of be providers of information, and in the online environment, I'm starting to kind of rethink my role as a teacher to be more of one of a guide and as kind of a Sherpa. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna show them the path, but a lot of the time they're gonna have to walk it themselves. And so the videos, the way I'm using the videos is almost as a guide to, here's the things that you need to be kind of looking for along the path. And these are the important things as you go through the content of the course. Here are the things that I think will be here are the questions you could be asking, and here are the important lessons that I think you can draw from some of these readings, and and then engage them in other ways, not just on video, but through discussion boards or through face-to-face meetings, whether that's online or in person.
I also think of the videos not just giving content, giving students information, but really as a way to free up class time, and think of them as improving the classroom dynamic, because this is long exposition I don't have to give in class. We can do more discussion in class. I use explanations of paper topics that way a lot. Actually doing the videos certainly takes time. It is important to prepare yourself ahead of time so you have time to do them, but it really has saved me time in class doing explanation of the paper assignments, having that out of the class. That's 20 minutes in class time I don't have to spend working through this with the students, and the time we do spend is they're a lot more engaged, they're a lot more interested, because I can come into class and dive right into the discussion rather than that deadening, we sit and I go through the assignment for them.